as Wincgelsea now. Chance to clear the footy through Lupino. Held up in the tackle. Gets a little tiny hand pass in. Doesn't go far. Gurkovic, with class. Runs in, picks it up, directs play. Puts it under his arm, then belts it long. I don't know who he's looking for. Yes, I do. He was looking for Panther as Bogey's on him and wearing him like a glove. They want the boundary line here. Wincgelsea, they've got it. And Gardner just couldn't keep it in. And we'll get a throw in.
Cal, you got quarter time scores of other games?
I have Eric, Belmont Lions 4-3-27, lead Inverleigh 3-1-19. Bellpost Hill 5-6-36, lead East Geelong 2 goals straight, 12 points. Werribee Central's 11-1, 67, wouldn't it be?
Ooh.
Corio 5-2-32. North Geelong 2-6, inaccurate kicking 18. Lead Geelong West 1-2-3, and Bannockburn 5-7-37. Lead Anarchy 4 straight goals, 24 points.
It's a bit of an arm wrestle here at centre half forward. Finally out it goes to Highland. He's put under the pump and the umpires said he had opportunity to get rid of it, given the advantage free kick to Wincgelsea, driven to the wing, chopped off by Thomson. It's Madden, the big man, right in front of us here on the wing. Time clock ticking, 4.5 minutes into this second term. No score, still an 8-point ball game. Thompson's way, over the top comes Jackson McLeod, failed to take the mark. Ball to ground, winds up with Tench for Wincgelsea, slung in the tackle, fresh air kick as it's still with Thomson. Big throw, and the umpire's pinged him too. I'm just trying to pick it up. I've got people in front of me. I can't quite see who it was now.
Panther, I think.
Panther or Maheris, one of the two. Anyway, the free kick will go to Reed, I believe. Yes, it is. It's Reed for Wincgelsea to stem the tide for the Blues. Kicks it to centre half back. Dangerous kick, very dangerous kick, fisted away by Gardner, and he's got the run. Leaves it behind East, and then he gets tripped, Johnny East, to get the free kick. In the middle of the ground, he needed it too because he didn't have the ball in the end. It fell out of his hands. East wants to move it quickly, does so, and finds a little man down there with the helmet on his head. That's Harvey. Harvey's high right foot kick to the forward pocket. No one takes the mark. Back of the pack. Picked up down there for Thomson by Dowie, and then runs it out of bounds as the sun shines here at Godfrey Street. We might be in for a reasonable afternoon, gents.
Let's hope so.
Looking good at the moment.
Not too cold, is it? So it's all right.
So ball thrown in. Half forward flank for Winch. Tap down comes to Dowie. Handball to Highland. Handball to O'Connor. Back to Highland, and Thomson out of trouble in the back half, goes towards Maharis, half forward. Off hands, comes to the back of the pack. Hood, a little bit too quick for Reed as he runs the ball. Try to get it at the boundary, right in front of our broadcast position. Mark Reed appealing for out in the full, but it came off the body of the player there in Hood as the ball comes in again. Harding, a beautiful tap down to Reed. Reed to nobody. Highland does well in the middle of the pack. Picks the footy up, goes towards half forward. See, McLeod's reading that well. Unfortunately, the tap down just missed him. Comes to O'Connor. He can't control it. Bogey in hard. He can't control it either. And off his hands, it's over the boundary line. Just forward of centre wing for Thomson. Kicking in the second quarter of the eastern end. 6 minutes gone. Very defensive at the moment. Neither side added to their quarter time score. Tap down from Hardingham. Gurkovic just with strength. Fends off the tackle. Hood. Handball to absolutely nobody. Picked up by Hardingham. Well, if he's any hamstring troubles, he'll test him out because had to kick the ball then. Ball comes to ground in front of our broadcast position. Umpire has pinged Aitchison for not getting rid of the football. It's gone to Wainwright. And it's interesting because the umpire's on the blind side of that. He couldn't have seen whether the ball's in or out, but they're given a few by ear as he hooks the ball to the centre. East takes the mark. Back in the corridor for Wincgelsea. Timmy Gardner standing the mark now. We've got some movement up forward. There it comes to lead from Leak. Leak almost couldn't take the mark, but he did. Now he plays on. Handball to Bogey. Bogey, left footer towards full forward. Gage sitting back there, kick behind the play, and has helped the defence out with a comfortable chest mark at fullback. 7 minutes gone second quarter. 33 plays 25. Thomson in front.
Gage's kick is long towards Gardner and East, who's had plenty of it today, Johnny East. Ex-Kangaroo, ex-Anglesey footballer from the Bellarine Football League, John East.
Tommy Harriott on the ground, just got a touch.
And we've got it out of bounds on the wing, other side of the ground, which is the outer side of the ground, which is a long way away from us with the sun shining. as the player throws it back to the smallest boundary umpire on earth, and it's cleared his head by about 15 metres and bounced off the windscreen of a Holden over there in a Ford Town. Here's the boundary throw in this time. Hardingham goes at it with Gage. Gage wins it to Gurkovic. Out of the pack it comes. Good play from Thomson. Towards Maheras at centre half forward, marks on his chest, runs around his opponent from 60 metres, delivers long. One-on-one contest down there. Wincgelsea defending desperately. Maheras goes in to help, picks it up and has a shot on goal away to the right, one behind. So that is the first score of this term, I think, Eric.
It is, absolutely right, Phil, and only behind at that 5 goals, 4-34 Thomson. They lead Wincgelsea 4-1-25. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard. Took 8 minutes, so it's been a pretty tight second quarter. And it's a great contest. Edwards and Panther there. Oh, another shocking kick from Edwards, but it's
that's a mark,
well,
isn't it?
surely to goodness you'd pay that
Oh
umpire.
dear.
On the chest of Johnny East, it bounced backwards and forwards for about 10 seconds, and he still wouldn't pay it. So finally picked up by Tench. Now they're away, Winch, because the ball's clear in the middle of the ground. Lapino towards half forward.
Good mark.
Good reading of the play there by the Winchelsea player in Greg King. He's been around. Harvey. He goes towards full forward. The one-handed mark by Greg King. Fella Laurie, we've been talking for a couple of years. Wonder why he hasn't played in the seniors. He's currently coaching the second. But I'm told he's on the wrong side of 35 and would prefer not to play in the seniors if there's younger players.
Harvey.
No, King.
King.
But he's a very talented footballer. He's got the mark. He's 25 metres out from goal, right on the boundary. Unfortunately, he's a left footer, and he's tried to steer it through, and unfortunately, it's only behind. So second behind of the quarter, one apiece now. 4-2-26 Winch. They trail Thomson 5-4-34. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard, 9.5 minutes gone.
Ball back into play, and Highland has got the sun in his eyes. Opportunity for Wincgelsea, straight back through Leake, straight back over the goal umpire's hat. Bang, 7-point play for Wincgelsea, and that is the first goal of the term, and it's taken 10 minutes.
I tell you what, Andrew Leake doesn't miss those, Phil, I can tell you that. Very talented footballer in this league. And
Well,
it's the fifth for Winch, 5-2-32. They now only trail by 2 points, 5-4-34 Thomson. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard, 10 minutes gone.
The kick in was towards Highland, who got the sun in his eyes, had to shade it, and there was the turnover, just as easy as that.
Yeah, well, he's been pretty busy, Leake, too. 4 kicks, 4 handballs, so he's been around the play, and he's a type of player they've got to have fired up too, because I've seen him play some ripper games for him.
So
Hardingham's doing pretty well in the ruck.
he's doing very, very well in the ruck. And Gage runs at him, runs early. Shark by Highland. Hand pass forward, kicked back out of the pack by Wincgelsea towards King, picked up by Gage for Thomson. A nice little kick around the body to Gardner. Nice little right foot kick from Gardner. Timmy, they're all screaming. New man on the ground down there was Harriet, the coach, who was doing the screaming. Couldn't take the mark. Winds up back with him though. Around onto the left foot he wheels and then kicks it magnificently to Maheras, who's played on, said the umpire. He showed the football. I don't know if he actually played on. He didn't move, but he's called to play on. Winds up in the with Madden, who's dispossessed. Kick out of the pack. Clean bowls Harriet. And ball scream the crowd. Still with Wincgelsea. This is Season. Season feeds it onto Wainwright by hand. Wainwright through the middle of the ground. Kicks it to centre half forward. Where are the Wincgelsea key forwards? Not too many of them there. Johnson trying to control the football. Finally picked up down there by Kitchen. Feeds the hand pass off. Here come Wincgelsea now. Here's Harvey, who's an absolute whippet. If he can get some run, he can't. He's tied up in the tackle. And he's been pinged by the umpire for holding the football. Free kick to Thomson, and quickly kicked across the ground. Switching play to Dowie. Dowie's kicked to his opposite number 10. Tench takes the mark for Wincgelsea.
In amongst 3 Thomson players and picked him out perfectly.
Bit of poetic justice, I think, for the Blues, because Harvey didn't have a real lot of opportunity to get rid of the ball, I wouldn't have thought. Tench, nice looking kick off the boot. Just swinging away at Tad Natcherson, takes the mark on his chest to stem the tide in the back pocket for Thomson.
H.E. suggested to me, Laurie, before the game, he hadn't been in real good touch. He's doing all right today.
Yeah, he certainly is. Well done.
So ball now, kick from Aitchison towards half-back, picked up by Dowie. He's got Thomson players loose if the ball stays in. It does. Highland's one of those players. Handball over. Dan O'Connor, good call. He's going to have back to Highland. He does. Almost got his head chopped off, but picked up by Jerkovic to full forward. Panther had half a metre but couldn't take the mark. McLeod, he
Well
can't
done.
pick it up. Gee, the defence is solid down there for Winchelseaa. Umpire calling play on. There's players, he got tagged to the ground, I think, whoever that player was, without the football, and thrown fairly heavily to the ground. It is Elliott on the ground.
Got a game on our hands, I think, Laurie. Game on.
So certainly Elliott now. Dangerous kick across the ground, but the only player there is Edwards. Edwards for Winch. Goes wide to Lapino. Gee, they're doing pretty well, Winch. If they're undermanned, Laurie, they're playing good footy at the moment.
They certainly are.
Lapino now. That's not a good kick to Leak, and gives Joshua Coley, the defender, every opportunity to get up high. Punch to the boundary, and at 13 minutes gone, the score reads 5-4-34 to Thomson, 5-2-32 to Winch.
Peter Kelly.
Just Eric, as Paul Price asked him, he said, look, you just got to run this quarter. Run, and you can see it. Whether it takes its toll at the end of the game, who knows, but they're doing it well so far.
They certainly are, and they're going forward once again towards Johnson. Here's that racehorse Harvey, just leaves them all for dead, can't control the footy, playing along it in front of himself, gets it to full forward there, he's still going flop without the football. Play on calls the umpire. Desperation stakes for the Thomson defenders right in the goal square. Now we've got a whistle. Is it a free kick?
For dropping the ball.
It's dropping the ball.
So it is a free kick. Well, I'm not game to call any free kicks in this game. I can tell you, Johnson's going to have the free kick. He's at point blank range, and this for the lead for the Blues. Couldn't possibly miss it. And when I say that, they generally do. But no, he couldn't possibly miss this one. Johnson. Gee, that was good work from Harvey. Just kept working the ball around the half-forward flank. That is a goal to Johnson, and they've got a little bit of a sniff here, the Blues.
That's his second to Johnson, and the sixth to Winch, which gives them the lead. 6-2-38. Thomson 5-4-34. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard. 14 and a half minutes gone. Laurie, I thought the rule book said if the tackle spilled the ball, it wasn't a free kick, but not according to these two umpires.
Well,
they're bringing some classics out
well,
today.
I guess we can call it 1-1. Thomson got an easy one before,
yeah.
so I guess that works out. But one of the things I've noticed with Thompson's games, which I don't like, there's too many handballs in their forward 50. Jerkovic has had 10 handballs. Highland's had seven handballs. Nick Maharis has had 3 handballs. Dan O'Connor's had 7 handballs. Kick the damn thing.
27 handball possessions from 4 blokes. We're how far? A quarter of the way, halfway through the second term. Point well taken, Laurie. Ball's back in the middle of the ground. And it is Winchelseaa by 4 points here at the 15-minute mark of the second term. Sharked off the pack by Gerkovic. There's another hand pass towards Dowie. Doesn't take it. And we'll get a ball up, I think. Wainwright's got the kick.
Umpire Zelcevic has been upset because a player was talking to another player, and he's pinged him for voice.
Well, his hand passed it off to Leak. Leak kicks it to centre half forward. Turnover for Thomson. They've still got it. Highland to Gerkovic by hand. One way, then the other. They'll run him down. He's gone. He is gone. Free kick to Winchelseaa. They certainly do have a sniff here, the Blues.
Another handball.
Winchelseaa now. Forward they go. Here's King on the end of it. Presents beautifully at centre half forward. Takes it on his chest. Long left foot. Kick to the pocket. Who's back? Oh, one-handed juggling attempt. Must pay it, surely, umpire. No, he's whistled it on. Play on. Oh, would have been the mark of the century almost. Juggle. All the crowd said that was a mark. We agree, but guess what? The umpire didn't pay it. I'm just trying to pick up who the player was.
Number 14, I think.
24 it might have been. Was it
24.
Lupino?
Lupino.
Ida Lupino. Doesn't take the mark. Anyway, we've got a ball up. Hardingham goes at a big fist towards Johnson. Overruns the football down there. Picked up and a stand up in the tackle down there by Gage. Gets it off to his teammate. Towards Harriet, the ball flies now on the wing here. Broadcast wing. Harriet controls it well. Then around the body he goes, looking for McLeod. Should have marked it, juggled it, might have got the sun in his eyes. Second effort's a ripper though. Gets the hand pass off to Daniels on the burst through the middle. Kicks it wide, looking for Maheras. Chopped off down there. Winchelseaa once again. Oh, Hardingham caught short, flat-footed. Might be lucky if he can run onto it. Lays the big bump on Gerkovic. Rides it beautifully. Gerkovic, left foot kick inside 50. Diving mark down there. Good play, Panther. Gee whiz. Ooh, says Laurie. He might hit the ground, did it?
Well, that was debatable. If I was a batsman, I wouldn't walk.
No. Well, Panther's got the football, so he hasn't walked.
He needs to kick this.
And he's a fair way out.
They're just kicking too short with the bruise, Laurie, aren't
Yeah,
they?
definitely. Too many handballs. Kick the ball long into the hot spot. He's got it here now. Kick it up into the breeze.
Panther from just on 50, almost directly in front, puts it on its way. Just one of those full forward easy kicks. a la your Peter McKenna, just puts it on its way and kicks the goal.
And that's
Ross Panther, he's third.
His third Panther, and first goal for the quarter for Thomson, kicking with the breeze. 6-4-40. It does give them the lead, however. 6-2-38 Winch. Raiders Bingo second quarter scoreboard order. 18 minutes gone, and it's a very good second quarter for Winch, Laurie.
It certainly is, Eric, and as Cal said before, they were told to run with their players and stick with their men, and when you get that type of footy, it doesn't look pretty probably for us or anyone else, but it's effective, and you know, when they get up in the forward line, they've got Harvey up there with pace, they've got people up there that look like they're going to do some damage, and you know, that was a nice goal from Panther then. I like the way he's playing today. He's getting up the ground to get his kicks, and it was a lovely goal. Probably stemmed the tide just a little bit.
So ball back in the middle, umpire moves toward the circle, and a very competitive game. We might have the match of the day, boys. As the umpire puts the ball in the air, Gage against Hardingham, and he's got a bit more spring, Gage, and they're very competitive now. He's lessened Hardingham's ability in the middle. Gage ends up with the footy on the left foot towards half forward, almost a free kick over the shoulder to Hood, not paid. Gardner picks up the crumb at the front of the pack, goes back into the corridor to Highland, unattended, takes the mark, kicks long to the lead at full forward. Panther almost had the mark, but terrific work. They're working well in defence because Matheson there got the big fist of the footy and punched it toward the boundary. I think Matheson might be his direct opponent, and that's a great one-on-one with also Edwards is down there to give some assistance. So Winch's defence is doing well. They're doing well in the midfield, and the ball's thrown in. Hardingham pushed forward by Nick Maharis. Oh, that's an unbelievable shot at goal, but it's just veered at the last second and has missed the big timber. Nick Maharis second behind, and the behind to Thomson. 6-5-41. They lead Winch 6-2-38. Raiders Bingo second quarter scoreboard, 19 and a half minutes gone.
Ray Edwards with the sun in his eyes to put the ball back into play. Just looking for anybody, a target. Hardingham says, kick it to me, I'm not getting any smaller. And he does. Hardingham now, he's just caught short, but in front of the pack, Matheson chips in and takes the mark for Winchelsea's. So 2 or 3 of them there. Turned out a good ploy from the fullback as he drives it towards Reid on the wing. Clears everybody. Back of the pack stuff. And Thomson have the football into the middle of the ground. Great vision. Highland takes the mark. Highland for the Thomson Tigers, kicks it long towards McLeod, can't take the mark, second effort good, back on it like beautifully. No, he's dispossessed. Gee, they are desperate in defence, Winchelsea's. Nice little kick around the boundary line, winds up in the hands of Tench. That was from Matheson, little ugly looking little left foot kick, but very effective. Tench wants to play it short, does so. King, they're just working the ball into the breeze now. The Blues, they've had a good quarter in this second quarter. As the kick goes towards Reid, who just at the back of the pack, unopposed, takes the mark. Now, he wants to play and he shouldn't be doing that. He doesn't. Steadies down. Gage stands the mark. Gage shakes his head. Says, how on earth did I allow that to happen? Long kick by Reid, doesn't have the legs, and chopped off in the last line of defence by Aitchison for Thomson's. Plays it wide. Thomson with the numbers. Long right foot kick to the wing. Gage with a bit of toe. Leads out. Doesn't take the football though. Turnovers with Winchelsea's. Here they come again, the Blues. And nice little kick. King's had a million of them touches in this quarter. Thought he'd marked it. Plain calls the umpire. Still gets it to Tench by hand. To Wainwright by hand. Gets it to Season. Feeds it off to Johnson. They're fiddling it. They're mucking around. Johnson takes his man on and kicks a goal. Magnificent football, the Blues. And, well, I thought he was going to muck it up there, Laurie, but he didn't. He went one way then the other. Hang on. What's going on here now?
Another one.
We haven't had it signalled, have we?
No.
Well, who knows what's going on here. Now we're getting the goal.
That's kicked by Johnson,
Yeah,
correct?
kicked by
It
Johnson.
is.
Yeah.
That's his third, is it?
It is.
Yes, and that's the 7th for Winchelsea. It gives them back the lead. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. The umpires, the Winchelsea people, funnily enough, are complaining to the umpire, and yet they've kicked the goal. 7-2-44. They lead Thomson 6-5-41. Raiders Bingo second quarter scoreboard. 22 minutes gone, and I think, tell you what, these umpires they're confusing the players, they're confusing the
I
callers.
think they kicked the goal, and I think that, is there anything else there as well? Is there anything else there like another kick?
Yeah, is that what it was?
I think so.
So the ball in the middle. Gage gets the tap down on this occasion. Comes to Wainwright. Off a step, goes towards half forward. Very, very wide kick, and Aitchison leads in the race for the footy. Leads Johnson toward the ball, and happy to take the ball over the boundary line.
Gee, hasn't King made a difference in this term?
Yes,
A lot of the
he
footy,
has.
hasn't he?
Oh, gee, yeah.
Gee, this is a very important 5 minutes for Wincgelsea. If they can hold in here till half-time, big
My
confidence.
word.
Very
Yeah,
important.
Absolutely. Gage gets the tap down from the throw in to Highland, by hand to O'Connor, little short handball to Gurkovic, goes towards half forward. Misses the mark though, the forward, they're breaking down at half forward, Thomson, as the ball's taken wide towards centre wing. At the back of the pack it's O'Connor, handball to Harriet, he gets a handball back to O'Connor, now over the top to Madden now, the long kick towards half forward.
Well done.
Panther under the football, and Matheson does very well, gets the fist to the football. And, well, they're under pressure in midfield, Laurie. The delivery to Panther's not what he'd expect.
I'm having a chuckle at myself here because I'm doing the stats for some of those good players, and all of them reckon up as handballs. They're getting a fair few of them.
So the ball's out of bounds, 5 metres from the behind post, deep in the attacking area for Thomson. And they really need a goal here to... one, to get the lead, but to steady the ship because they're being outplayed at the moment. Well, Hardingham just pushed Maharis absolutely flat to the ground, to the floor, and no free kick.
Right, free kick
Now
this time.
the umpire finds a Tiggy Touchwood in the pack, and it's gone to Wincgelsea. And on half-back flank, they'll bring the ball out of the danger area again. Looks a bit like Edwards to me as he kicks the ball long. Hardingham in the middle of the pack, can't take the mark. O'Connor to Jerkovic, he can't take the footy. Now the umpire puts a whistle on play, and we'll put the ball in the air between wing and half forward on the southern side here of the Godfrey Street Oval. Ball goes up, big pack of players around it. Both ruckmen get a tap down to Reid. Reid put his teammate under a bit of pressure there in McFarlane, but he's good enough to get a kick towards centre wing. Wainwright, the front of the pack, picks up the crumb, kicks it long towards centre half forward. Season, if he can reach it, he's got a chance. But good work there
Good tackle.
Well, play a hell without the footy, surely. He's rolled over 3 times.
Well, he had the footy when he nailed him, though,
but,
I reckon.
But I mean, once the footy goes, you've got to let him go.
Oh, okay,
So,
fair enough.
The ball now 15 metres out from the goal square at the western end here. Wincgelsea kicking to that end. Lapino, can he pick the footy up? He does, but he's immediately tackled. Tries to kick it off the ground. Picked up there by Daniels. Handball over the top to Madden. Madden now is clear, has a bounce, players coming at him pretty quickly, but goes towards half forward. Oh, Hood, great courage, handball to Harriet now. The kick to Panther, it's a long way too short, and good defensive work there by Matheson. He attacked the footy, and I think he was hopeful that it wasn't going to bounce over his head as the ball is forced over the boundary line. So we'll have a throw in now, 40 metres from the behind post. 25 and a half minutes gone, second quarter. Ball comes in once again. Hardingham, big left-handed punch towards the goals. Highland attacks the footy. Gets crunched as he got his foot to the ball. Panther, he picks it up, hooks it around the body in a step, but unfortunately offline. It is a behind to Panther and Thomson. They go to 6-6-42. They trail Wincgelsea 7-2-44. Raiders Bingo second quarter scoreboard, 26 minutes gone.
Edwards puts it in short, finds his teammate down there, and Elliott on the ground. Elliott, they're just trying to possess it. Tench
You'll
at
have done this
half-back.
well, Phil.
Yep. Tench, it's the old 1-2. He's had plenty of kicks there at half-back presenting. Kicks it further afield, still with him. Wincgelsea now. Through, now he might be the turnover. Over the head of Johnson it goes. Back on it Armstrong.
Leak.
Chopped off down there by Leake. So they've still got it, Wincgelsea. Leake kicks it long to King, who's been terrific in this term. Off by hand to the run of Johnson. Johnson's long right foot kick is a little bit astray.
That's a pretty poor kick, Laurie. Could have gone to the head of the goal square. And,
Yeah.
Just
He's
kicked it
looking for
nowhere.
Harvey, I think, the runner Harvey perhaps, but he's just kicked it a bit wide, and we'll get a boundary throw in. Wincgelsea opportunity to score here before half-time. There's the throw in. Big Gage goes at it with Reid. Reid actually win it to Wainwright, to Johnson. Has a crack at goal. He's cleared everything, I think. Kitchen can't control it. And they've kicked it right across the face of goal. Kitchen sees it over the line. We'll get a boundary throw in. Broadcast forward pocket for Wincgelsea.
That worked it pretty well there, Laurie. They're a bit stiff not to get a score.
Yeah, they certainly did, Eric. They were a bit fortunate there. There was a turnover with a kick there, but Leake was able to run on and make it good.
Well, there's the throw in.
In the
Everyone
back.
clears it. Yep, you're right. You've called it, Laurie. It'll be a free kick to Reid. Just pushed out by Gage. Yep, Reid's got the football, and he, gee, he's only 15 metres out. not much of an angle either.
But if that was a free kick, Nick Maharis was pushed flat to the ground at the other. Why wasn't it a free kick the other end?
I don't know. That
Different umpire.
And this is Nick Maharis is actually asking the umpire right now why the difference in the free kick. And he's far from satisfied with the answer, I'd suggest.
I would have thought so too. Reid with the footy now to extend the lead, and does so for Winch, and they have got a very, very big sniff here at Godfrey Street.
Yes, great goal for Reid. In fact, he's the brother of Nathan Reid, who's gone to South Barwon. But that's the 8th to Winch. 8-2-50. They lead Thomson. 6-6-42. Raiders bingo, second quarter scoreboard. 28 minutes gone.
Gee, if you take those 2 goals that the Thomson boys got and that late in the first quarter, I mean, this could be a 4-goal lead to Winchelseaa.
Yes, very true. I tell you, we've certainly got a game on our hands.
Their pattern of play, Cal's quite good. They're holding the play up.
Yep.
They're waiting to try and hit their targets, and most times they did. They did turn that one, as I said, but Leek made it good. So they've got to persevere with that.
As Pricey said, they're too short, so they've just got to do that.
And they're winning in the middle with a big fella. Hardingham wins it again. Cut off by Thomson with Dowie. Dispossessed. Goes again, Dowie. Good play. Then gets a right foot kick. Sends it along looking for Maharis. Run under the football. Ball wide now. Panther tries to control. Taps it out. Here's King to go in and help for Winchelseaa. The boundary will do Winchelseaa. They've got it.
In the back.
And a free kick out of it as well. For Winchelseaa. Just trying to pick up who that is with the 32 in his back.
He's got another mystery
Jumper
player.
change. Mystery player. Anyway. Buddha Hocking, 32, that'll do. There he goes, long ball to the wing. Hardingham pushed under it. Harriet juggling attempt, ball to ground. They've got it again. Winchelseaa through Tench to King, just flips it wide. Looking out there for Lupino or East. And, well, none of them. That's dispossessed by faster players there. Ball in the middle of the ground for Thomson. Ends up in the hands of Dowie, who sends it wide. Justin to Harriet on the broadcast wing. They are mucking around with it, Laurie. A lot of hand passes. In forward it goes now to the hot spot. Here's McLeod. He's held up in the tackle, throwing the football, says the umpire. He had one arm pinged, so the only thing he could do was throw it, but that's what he did. And it's a free kick in the back pocket to Winchelseaa. Through Elliott, sends it wide. Under the scoreboard it is.
I think it's Lupino.
It is Lupino. And he's had plenty of the football in this term as well.
Kick number 7 of him.
Lupino, long kick, looking for Season. Takes a nice mark.
Strong.
Right out there on the wing.
Strong, wasn't it?
It's footy season. And he's got the ball. He's taken 3 or 4 strong marks this afternoon. Now Season with the footy on the wing, just holding up play. Runs around his opponent, Atchison, backs himself, runs a long way, gets away with it. To half forward looking for Hardingham. Can't take the mark. Ball to the front of the pack. Wainwright. Long hand pass right on the siren. At the 31-minute mark, we get the siren. Bit of push and shove going on too there. Umpires going in to control it. But as we said early on in this second term, Winchelseaa here to play, and it is game on, Eric.
Yes, I'm just watching before I give the score. The umpires are keeping a very close eye on what's happening out here. Now I think clearer heads have prevailed, and we're all decided we'll head for the club rooms. But there are situations where sometimes the umpires cause it, with the attitude of the players.
Yep.
I don't think it's helping today at the present moment. But at half time, the score reads Thomson 6-6-42. Trail Winchelseaa 8-2-50. The goal kickers to half time for Thomson: 3 to Panther, 1 each to Armstrong, Gardner and Highland. And for Winchelseaa, 3 to Johnston, 1 each to Leek, Kitchen, Reid, Season and Mark Harvey. So that's it at half time. Just before we go half time, AFL Melbourne 9-8, Fremantle 3-7 and Sydney 15-4, Richmond 6-4. So some interesting scores there. We'll go to a break. When we come back, Laurie de Goldie with his thoughts on an interesting first half. You're tuned to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.